Hey guys, how's it going? This is Dilmer again and welcome back to my channel. So today I want to talk about the new and why are we so afraid of learning new things. I want to tackle that conversation because I'm like you. There's a lot of times when I feel concerned about, learning a new technology, learning a new skill, doing something completely new, even though I feel like I've been doing pretty well in the areas that I need to get better, like programming and trying new frameworks and trying new tools. I still feel the same way that I felt when I was, about to code my first game, and I didn't really know where to go, who to talk to, and I'm here to tell you that, everybody's afraid of learning something new. Everybody goes through those phases. There's people that might seem like they know what they know what they're doing. They just might not show it, but they are as afraid as you are. I think, learning a new technology or learning something new is one of those things that, we're so afraid at the very beginning, and once we learn it and we go through the process and we spend time, learning that new skill, we look back and say, why was I afraid of learning that if it was so easy? Or why was I thinking that? And I think a lot of times it comes down to, what we're thinking about, and our fears, and be thinking about always the positive side of things, and how can you leverage whatever that it is that you're learning right now with, your future. And that's what I've been doing right now, is like anything that I'm learning. If I'm learning a new, I'm learning to do 3D modeling better than I used to do. I'm learning to do 3D rigging. I'm learning to talk in front of people, in front of a camera, like I'm doing right now. And I know there's a lot of room for improvement. I know that it's not perfect, but I'm going through the process. And I think that that's the thing that, that if I can think about everything that I have learned through the years of, being an indie game developer, being an engineer, is that a lot of people are just afraid of trying new things. But once they try it, it's like they knew what they were doing. They knew that doing it was gonna help them out, but they just didn't want to jump into it and try. And I've been there. I've done that as well. So I think, as a takeaway of anything that we're learning new, make sure that by all means you are always as positive as you can. We need to be positive in a way that, if we go to a roadblock and we're trying this new technique and we can't really figure it out, you got to be positive, because the next day you're going to have to go through that process again, and you're going to have to go through it again, and you're going to have to go through it again. And trust me that it is very hard every time you're learning something new. Is, after learning so many different things, I think it gets to a point that now it's a new skill that you're gaining. You have a new skill of being a learner, and that's, if I think about some of the things that I love about creativity, of being a developer, of being an artist, of being, a game developer, of creating a game that came from a dream, and grabbing an idea and actually seeing it live. I think the process of going through, having to learn how to be an artist, having to learn how to be a marketer, I think becoming an indie game developer is one of those things that will change your life, because you have to become a little bit of everybody. And that might sound a little bit strange, but you do. You have to be, you have to be a marketer one day. You have to be a salesperson another day. You have to be a heavy coder another day. And I love it. I think I really love it. It's weird, but I love to do a little bit of everything. And I think that's one of the things that I love most about being a solo game developer, is that I get to do everything. If I was offered a position tomorrow to be an artist and that's all I had to do, I would definitely not take that offer. Or the same way with, with being a marketer or with being a developer. I think the most satisfaction that I get from making games at night is that I get to do everything. I get to bring something from an idea, like I was saying, from a dream to a reality that somebody else can play. And that, my friends, is something that nobody can take away from you. that is something that, you know, I see my games and they might not be perfect, but I did it. I created it. It was something that has my name on it. And that's what you have to look back and, you know, everything that you're doing is, you know, you're doing it, you're going through that process. It was hard, but once you complete it, once you ship it, once you can basically put a frame on your wall from a game that you made, that is a motivation that I get from me. Like, it's crazy to say that I mounted so many frames on the walls from my games just because I just looking at it, I can say that I actually did that. I actually created it, and that's what I want you to, you know, to learn from learning. If you are struggling by learning something new, just always think about, you know, the day that you're gonna be releasing your game. You're gonna be hitting that button, and it's gonna be in the marketplace, and a lot of people are gonna play it. Your kids are gonna play it. Your friends are gonna play it. That is the motivation. That's what has to drive you to learn everything that you have to learn to get to that point. So thank you again, guys. I really wish you the best in your journey. I appreciate your time. If you have any questions, you know, let me know through the comments. I really love talking about indie game development. I love talking about every single phase about creating a game. So if you have any other questions, let me know through email as well. I'm always looking at those. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to share this video. Thank you again, guys.